Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the book of Boba Fett. This is chapter 4. And last time around, it was an eventful episode, some new character introductions in there, and it ended with Boba and his family. I don't guess
Yeah,
that's what
called
we're
family.
calling it.
Yeah.
Getting ready for war because the Pykes are moving in. It was a bit of a misdirect with the twins. Although I do have a feeling that they might come back at some point.
There might be some play in there for them as well.
Yeah, definitely. It is Huts. So, yeah, you never know. And then with the Pikes, we also talked about the possibility of like someone else maybe being in charge of the Pikes or another syndicate if they're going to bring in Crimson Dawn at any point, just to link it to some of the other stuff that we've had in live action before. So there's still many possibilities. I just want to see what's going to happen now, and I also kind of want to see Boba Fett really step it up a notch and take out some of these people who are gunning for him.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything you want to add?
Well,
before?
I think the last episode, despite being not as good as the second one, but the last episode also made us talk a lot during the weekend. There's a lot of comments on
definitely.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a controversy with the speeder bikes, the shiny speeder bikes, and in the comments as well. Thank you for all the comments and all the agreeing or disagreeing. This with agreeing or disagreeing always makes me think of that. Well, I disagree, and my answer will be, well, it's okay with me. I'm married. Or I disagree. But it's okay. I can't force you to be right. Or I agree with you. I could agree with you, but then we'll both be wrong. So there's a lot of comebacks to agreeing and disagreeing. But the good part about it is that you always write why you disagree or why you agree and give me some extra stuff to think about. Well, how do we fit in this very shiny speeder bike? The callback to the Who's Quadrophonia album, and I didn't think about that, but the mods and all the things that they did despite being poor, but they still make the toys shiny or whatever you call it. So there's a lot of good stuff in the comments, a lot of things that we discussed during the week, maybe even a callback to American Graffiti in the way it's done, and also the director. We could expect that from that director and so on. So the comments are great. I just want to say that out front, and I'm looking so much forward to this one because the last one, there was a lot of good stuff happening, but it was a setup for something bigger, I think.
Yeah, something more at least. And you mentioned it, the speeder bike gang that Boba hired, and we said something about they seem a little bit out of place. And it's not, to us personally, it's not that they necessarily seem out of place in Star Wars in general. It's just it doesn't jive with what we've seen with Tatooine before. But like they could easily explain that or show us like a subculture.
Yeah,
or something.
It's a waterless planet. So keeping something shiny like that seems very hard because where do you get the water from? There might be some nanotechnology there. If there is, I want that for my car because that would make it a lot easier to drive around.
But maybe with the water, that's why they stole it from that guy. They needed it for their bikes and not to drink. But I don't know.
Stealing water to clean the car, yeah, that could be it.
Maybe.
I'm open for anything, and I enjoyed this so much, and I enjoy your comments. So thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. But I think we're ready to jump into the episode, and you can of course always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment, where we are several episodes ahead compared to here on YouTube. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And here we go.
Oh yeah, we didn't even touch on that part.
Yeah, what's happening in the past and with the Kinton Striders and how that was actually extremely sad.
Yeah,
one of the sadder moments inside of Star Wars overall.
Yeah, we didn't touch on the music in the background as well. So
Alit Odishaya Taldin singing in the background, which is the same thing that we have on our forearms in Mandoa. We also agree that Chrysanthemum, he's gonna come back at some point. You don't introduce a character as cool as him just to have him in basically one episode.
You don't use that much pelt for a costume and no reason.
And then, yeah, there's the whole thing with them giving him a fucking rancor.
Yeah, and the Beastmaster.
Yes.
Trail, that's perfect. Saw the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah. Makes a lot of sense because he's a big advocate for like pit bulls and Rottweilers and talking about, the way that he talked about the Rancor in the previous episode. Like you could easily relate that to his passion for those dogs. Starting with a flashback, perhaps. Usually that's what happens when he's in that one.
And you're right.
Mm-hmm. Still not the fastest moving creature.
Not exactly. But it made the speeder chase in the city look fast.
That's true. Oh! Already back then, he went to Jabba's palace. I was thinking if they were going to link up what's happening in the past to maybe something with Bib Fortuna. And like the reason why he came in at the end of The Mandalorian and just straight up shot him.
Yeah, I didn't spend much time talking to him. No.
Yeah, because maybe he has something to do with the Kinton Striders. Icon has. Aw. It's wagging its tail.
Enjoy.
Burp.
They put some kind of personality on most of the creatures that we just seen from afar.
Yes.
It's kind of cool.
What the heck is that? Oh, wait. This is when he finds Fennec. Because those flares, that was from the episode.
Oh.
Yep.
Perfect.
The gunslinger episode from
right.
the first season of The Mandalorian. And that's the shot we saw with him walking up to her. And it was all speculation back then. Could that be Boba? And even I was like, no. Yeah. That's too big. But she got shot in the stomach, so how did he fix her up?
She got some prosthetics in there, whatever you call it.
Yeah, so he's going to have to take her to someone who can do that. Yeah. The Gathering Storm. Cool title.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so they are showing us that the gang that we met in the last episode, that wasn't, out of the ordinary, in a sense, because we got some more there.
Yeah.
And of course, they would have the technology to
fix it.
mod her
and
fix her. Yeah. And of course, they're listening to music that's quite different compared to Cantina Band and whatnot. This whole setup still reminds me a lot of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
No walk-ins. Appointment only.
You want to rethink that?
This woman is about to die. Well, you should have started with that.
It's not all that sterile, is it?
I don't know. It's space technology, man.
It's done.
That's pretty extensive.
Yeah.
It's basically half machine herself. Have a black melon. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a surprise to wake up to.
Where's my six-pack?
It takes some getting used to. The time you start to crave it.
I wonder what it tastes like.
You are Master Assassin Fennec Shand.
Oh, he knows about her. Of course.
Who are you?
I am Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
What? He definitely knows about him.
I was rescued by the Sand People. They took me in, treated me as one of their own.
Not first
I
off.
tried to help them. Instead, I got them massacred by Nectar speed bikers.
Oh.
Speed bikers defeated Tuskens? That's highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something more to it.
Help me recover my fire spray gunship.
Oh! Yes. Where's that at now?
That's what he's been scouting out.
Yeah, it's at Jabba's palace, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Dom.
Boom. Yeah.
Without my armor, I'm less persuasive.
If I help you, my debt is paid.
If that is what you wish.
Okay, so it starts off like that, and then she's gonna stick around for some other reason.
Yeah. It's nice to see how they team up, though.
Yes, they're gonna start with getting back his ship.
Let's take a closer look.
Neat. Little spy probe thingy. Would be more effective without those shiny red lights.
Yeah. But then we couldn't see it.
True, true. Ugh.
Yes, I know.
Lovely.
I'm gonna miss you too, old girl. Now go. Go!
I don't wanna. I like that he's good with creatures. That is how we saw him first time in the holiday special, riding on a big ass creature. A mythosaur even, I think.
What's next for you?
I'm gonna find my armor. And I'm gonna kill that bloated pig who double-crossed me. Take his throne.
You want to head a Gatra.
I'm tired of working for idiots who are gonna get me killed.
People like us don't get to decide when we're finished. Ah,
There she is.
That is very neat. Like something out of a game or something. You know, like you scout the area, see how many enemies you're gonna have to deal with.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Very useful.
Got some nice gadgets.
She does. The kitchen. Ah.
You hate that when the food crawls out again.
Oop. Goodbye. Sorry, I should remember the name of that droid, but that was the sous chef droid there. That was the same one as in Return of the Jedi. Oop.
What's that?
The rat catcher. We've seen those droids before in Clone Wars. Little rabbit-looking things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No! Come on, Boba. You can catch this thing. Uh-oh. Whoop.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's just gonna shut down. That didn't amount to much.
can we go now?
There it is.
There she is.
Yep. That is one hell of a ship.
And he almost got all misty-eyed.
He actually did. There's the alarm. Slimo.
I'll handle them.
I love seeing just like the inside of the ship. Because that's something I always wanted to see more of in the movies. Oh! Not the gonk droid. Yep. Still flies. Huh. Oh, shit.
I got it. Close the ramp.
I hope you know what you're doing.
And gate is open. Fuck yes. Really good thing he brought her along.
Yeah. So now we have how he picked her up, and now they had the ship.
Yes, and we saw how he got the armor in the Mandalorian, so
We're good to go.
yeah.
It's an advantage to people thinking you're dead. Now your debt is paid. Where would you like to be dropped?
Where are you headed?
I have a few scores to settle.
She'll tag along for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Some scores to settle.
Yeah.
Those speeder bikes are fucked. Because he's gonna come in
Hot. Yeah.
hot. From the... Yep, there it is. Goodbye. He is so fucking angry. Screw you guys.
Sorted.
Yep. Oh,
yeah.
and the Sarlacc. Why is he coming back here? He's gonna kill the Sarlacc? Is that a score to settle?
That's where I'll find my armor.
In there.
Well,
It's dissolved.
oh, he doesn't even...
Beskar.
Okay, so his armor is actually made out of Beskar. Glad we got that confirmed.
Yeah.
But okay, so he doesn't remember his armor being like
Taken
stripped
from him?
off by
No.
Jawas.
No.
It is dead, right?
Yeah. I would assume.
Nope.
Really?
Okay. Still... Whoa! Should have dropped one of those sonic bombs in there first. This is a cool sequence, though. I did not expect to see this.
No.
Yep, one of those. That's what I... Hop.
Suck on that one.
hall.
Nice.
Yes, that's what I wanted to see.
And the right sound as well.
Yes, yes, I love that sound. Can't replicate it, but I love the sound of it. Now it's dead.
Yeah. That ought to do it.
Mm-hmm. Quick thinking.
Next time, don't touch my buttons.
Went down for a look. Found
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
All junk. My armor's not down there.
It served its purpose. It saved you from the acid. What you need to find is a Bacta tank. Are you serious about forming your own house?
I'm tired of our kind dying because of the idiocy of others. We're smarter than them.
I like that
It's
angle.
time we took our shot.
I can do this way better.
I need brains and muscle.
You got both.
You have both.
Yeah.
It's tempting.
I can offer you something no client ever has. Loyalty. I will cut you in on the success and pledge my life to protect yours.
Living with the Tuscans has made you soft.
It's changed him at least.
It's made me strong. Can only get so far without a tribe.
That was still such a cool way to end the previous season, Mandalorian.
Yeah. I did not see that coming.
Oh, back then?
No.
No.
Congratulations, Master Fett. You are completely healed.
Oh shit!
War could break out any day.
Power hates a vacuum.
I love that we're seeing so much of Max Rebo, you know,
Yeah,
the blue
yeah,
elephant.
yeah.
Oh,
There he is.
that's where he ran off to. Seems angry.
They hate Trandoshan's, so.
Oh yeah, fuck. I didn't catch on to like that. That's what he was looking at.
Yeah.
Whoop. Just as Boba walks in. I feel a little bit bad for these Trandoshans because they don't seem like, you know, hunters.
They were having fun.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Mistake.
I think you've made your point. I remember your years in the pit.
Oh yeah. He was a gladiator.
Yeah.
They said that.
You are a champion. You are above such pettiness. Now, You have run up quite a bar tab, Santo, so what say you release this customer and let these fine folks...
Santo.
I will wipe your debt off the books.
Well, she's good at the sweet talking.
Yes.
Good at de-escalating some of this shit.
One arm off.
Just one arm. He would have ripped off both, so I guess that's better.
And he can pay his tab.
Yeah. No, thank you. I don't need help. Recruit him.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Hit it, Max.
Hit it, Max.
Looks like you could use a job.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come on.
Setting things up.
Jabba the Hutt once sat upon that throne. His reign ended in a ball of fire on the Dune Sea.
Meeting going.
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
Well,
Easy boy. He's a little hungry.
that's a good scare tactic.
Kind of worked.
Yep.
Master Garfolakwox asks what it is that you are proposing.
What is he
Proposing that all
proposing?
the families of Mos Espa join in a defensive alliance until the Pike Syndicate is vanquished.
They have only challenged your territory.
Then I will fight these battles alone, so all in this room can prosper. All I ask in return is that you remain neutral if the Pike Syndicate approaches you to betray me.
Okay. Could use their help, but alright. At least they won't be enemies.
They may be stubborn, but they are not foolish enough to see that the Pikes would eventually take over the whole planet. Either way, we must prepare for war.
How much treasure do we have in reserve?
What I'm short on is muscle.
Credits can buy muscle, if you know where to look.
So
Ooh.
who they bring in?
Oh.
Who?
Oh, wait.
Any ideas?
It's just only because of the music cue there. It sounded like the Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Could they bring in Din Djarin? Or someone else that we've already met inside of that series?
I'm excited.
Oh, me too. I thought we were going to get into the war stuff
Yeah.
in this one, but I like the way that they're doing it and putting it off a little bit by showing us, of course, more in the past and really delving in deep into the relationship between Fennec and Boba. Because I was a little bit afraid of maybe Fennec not agreeing with Boba a lot, and like that the fact that maybe she was going to betray him at some point because of that. Because we've seen them disagreeing, but based on what we saw in the past and how he saved her and just how she acted in this episode,
She chose to stay with him.
yeah,
so,
and it seems like no, she's going to stay loyal to him.
Yeah.
And now he's got some more muscle. Black Chrysanthemum or Santo Chrysanthemum, because we got a first name, it seemed like.
No, it's just a short for Chrysanthemum.
Yeah. Just a nickname, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Come on. Chrysanthemum, either way. He joined. He's now working for them as muscle, and then there's they're gonna go get some more. And then Fennec has an idea.
So we're gonna see where that goes. Also, it's nice that we got caught up with how they met up and how she survived and how he got his ship.
Yes,
so that's kind of cool. And apparently we're finished with the flashbacks.
It seems like it because he got out of there, and it's sort of like now we're caught up to where we are in the present, at least from when he got out of the Sarlacc pit and up until this point.
Yeah.
I would still like for them to go more into the past if they want to do something like that.
To sort out some of the Tusken Raiders. Did they all die or did they all perish? Or
I think they did, even though it looked like there weren't a lot of Tuskens there, lying around dead when he got back to the camp. But it seems like just from the story that they are all gone, and now he had some scores to settle, and he took out the speeder bike gang.
Yeah, and that was kind of that's sorted now, and he took from that his character building of becoming a better person and so on from knowing about the family, tribe, and so on.
They commented on a lot of stuff that we have been talking about in between the episodes. Like he got into that specifically with why he wants to do what he's doing now, the scores he has to settle, as we mentioned, and then why he wants to take over and become the new daimyo and build a house, because he honestly believes that the ones who've been doing it before, they weren't doing the best of jobs, and he can do it better, and he comes at it from a different angle where he used to work for a lot of these people, and he could see like the flaws in what they were doing.
And just being aggressive all the time, agree with me or I will send the bounty hunter after you or whatever. Assassin.
Exactly. So more cooperation, and I do actually also agree with him that is a very, like, it's a different type of strength, but I also do think that it does, if you can do that successfully, that will make you stronger than just making everyone an enemy.
Yeah.
Or being, just very aggressive, as you said. So trying to do the cooperation thing and trying to build a tribe, like you can't go far just being on your own.
In the beginning, you were talking about ruling by fear or by respect. So it is easier to rule by fear if you have the muscle for it. And that was what the other people have been doing, but it cost a lot of lives along the way.
Yes, it is more difficult to do it by cooperation and getting people to trust you, and also trusting in people that maybe normally wouldn't trust.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage, and I think that's a good explanation that he came with there, and a good angle for him to get into this whole world, and with Fennec by his side, and she decided to stick around because of, I'm guessing because of him as a person and what he wants to do, and she's quite interested in seeing like, oh, this guy might actually be able to change up some things for people like me as well.
She might be tired of being just an assassin. Anyway, so
she can get jobs,
she can probably get behind that whole family tribe stuff, or house, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But building something around you, more people around you, and starting to trust each other, and it'll probably make life easier and nicer also. So she might be going for that. And as we heard from Boba Fett, he's got enough credits.
Yeah, he's probably accumulated some wealth in his time as a bounty hunter, and then I'm sure there were also some reserves at like Jabba's palace when they took over. There's some wealth there they can use as well. So again, now they're gonna go out and find some more muscle. And the only reason I mentioned it, but the only reason why I thought of Din Djarin was because of the music cue that just came in there when she mentioned it, and I see that as a bit of a teaser, or a tease of what we might get.
It would make sense. So
and we don't know what Din is doing necessarily right now, because where we left things off in that series, that was, they were still on that Imperial ship, and Luke, he swung by, picked up Grogu.
Cole swung by,
and so there's the whole Mandalorian thing going on there between him and Bo-Katan, and with the Darksaber. So
there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to as well.
Yes, and it's not something that I'm expecting for them to really get into, even if he's gonna come in and help them out in this one, or if they're gonna tie it more to some people that we know inside of the Mandalorian. I don't expect for them to get into that sort of stuff until season 3 of the Mandalorian, or even because I've heard rumors, and I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but I think they're like Bo-Katan is going to get her own series as well.
Yeah, I read about that as well.
So they're most likely going to save a lot of that for those series, but it could still be really cool if they bring them in here.
As the muscle they need for it.
Yes, and also, you know, I help you out. I scratch your back. You scratch mine, with this thing that I need right now.
Yeah, but also at the same time, now they're building up to some kind of big war. We're only in chapter 4.
Yes, and there's 7 chapters in total.
Yeah. So I still have some unsolved things with the Huts, with the Pykes, other syndicates, and they can still weave in some other stuff there as well.
Yeah.
As many of other people's also written about, there's some hopes for some things, and might have some other syndicates, some more known people to turn up.
Yeah, there's still room for a lot of twists and turns inside of the story, and characters that can show up that we've seen before, as it seemed like they teased at the end. And we got some other cool stuff inside of this episode, at least, that I'm glad we got into. I'm really glad that they showed us more from this modern culture.
Yeah.
And kind of telling us through that okay, this is actually a part of Tatooine. It is a subculture. It is something that Boba knows about. It's not just these outsiders who came from a different planet. And it already, you know, that makes it make more sense to me.
It helped me a lot to see that mentally, because they were still sticking out like a sore thumb when I saw them the last episode. But with this on top of it, well, there could be people like that. There could be people that kept their bikes very shiny.
Yes, and the only reason
and all that. So,
the only reason they are poor at the moment is because they choose to spend their credits on all the mods and the bikes, because that's just part of their culture and fixed up. Fennec, that was also good to get that explanation. I had seen some concept art stuff about her midsection there, and the fact that it was like part droid, part machinery.
Yeah, we saw that in the Mandalorian when she lifted.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We've seen that in the Mandalorian as well. It was just more close up here and seeing how it was made.
And also now it made sense that they did it and left it out in the open, because all these beautiful mods needs to be seen. So
yeah,
otherwise
why it's not being covered up with, you know, skin or flesh, but just her uniform there that she's wearing. And then we got him settling some scores. There was the one with the speeder bike gang.
Yeah, they got sorted out pretty quickly.
Really, he took them out. No fucking mercy whatsoever. As soon as he got his ship, it was like, okay, we can do this. And that was also a cool sequence, them going in, scouting out Jabba's palace, getting his fire spray, or as it was called in the past, Slave One.
Yeah.
Getting his ship back, and Fennec really proving to be an asset, just at every turn, everywhere they go. She's just so freaking capable.
Yeah.
But that was amazing. And then also something we did not expect was him going back to the Sarlacc and actually not remembering what happened, like immediately after he got out of the Sarlacc pit, how the Jawas took his armor, and that's where it is. So he thought it was still with the inside of the Sarlacc pit, and then it was freaking alive, and it tried to pull the ship down with it. And I mentioned, you know, one of those like sonic bomb things, that throw one of those in there, and that's exactly what they did.
And we got the look and we got the sound, so that was was brilliant.
Can't get enough of that.
We get a lot of good stuff out of this one, and some people call it fan service, but I like being serviced this way, so it's fine with me. I'm okay with the goofing around in the kitchen with the kitchen droids and all that. It kind of fits in with this.
You need some levity. It is Star Wars. It is still most of it aimed towards
kids like me.
Not like kids exclusively, but people of all ages.
Yeah.
And there's always been humor inside of Star Wars. So I'm glad that they are still doing that once in a while, and then some of it works better than others, but it's still there as it's supposed to be. And man,
you get some heavy action as well with the Santo ripping an arm off, but without having it turning into a splatter movie or anything like that. So it's fine.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying this ride with the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. That was a great scene, and also a funny moment because she was doing a good job of talking him down, and I gave her props like prematurely because he didn't rip off both arms of the Trandoshan, so I guess like she just halfway there, but
she was halfway there.
Yeah, still ripped the arm off, and he did some mental gymnastics there. I'm sure Chrysanthemum with Is it worth it? Should I like my thirst for revenge when it comes to Trandoshans, or how I just hate Trandoshans in general? Do I want like that against?
Should I?
Yeah, and getting my debts wiped. Like, is that really worth it? Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna rip off one arm here, pay you, and then debt. Out the door. Yeah, that was funny. And then thankfully Boba hiring him.
Yeah,
so now
I kind of like that scene as well with Guys of Whip or Jennifer Beals with her acting. And he was just standing there seeing, well, let's see how this goes.
Yes, and just thinking about it and made a decision in the end.
And also that we got to touch on the hate between Wookiees and Trandoshans.
Yes. So I could imagine if you don't know about it, you might be like, why did he attack those guys? Like, what did they do? They were just having fun. But there's a long history there between the species. So that would be why. And that is probably also why and how he ended up as a gladiator in the first place. He was most likely hunted down, kidnapped, and then threw in as a gladiator and had to work and kill to get his freedom. So if you've seen the movie Gladiator, it seems likely that was
again. I haven't read about
no, just presuming here. I know there is material out there, so we can actually
we can look it up.
Read
afterwards.
up on it. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
But there's still a lot of stuff in this one we can discuss for a whole week and see where it takes us next week.
Yep, and I'm sure there's a bunch of Easter eggs and stuff that we missed along the way, and you are so good at in the comments telling us about it and pointing it all out and discussing it back and forth. So we expect to see much more of that, and we're going to read up on it.
We're going to theorize, we're going to read up on it, and we're going to guess poorly, wrong, but we're still going to guess.
Most likely.
Part of it. It's fun.
It is. But do you have anything else you want to add to this one?
No, I'm good. I'm ready for the next one, but let this one sink in, and then I'm looking forward to your comments, you pointing out stuff that I missed and so on. So
yes, yeah. Good episode. It really cleared up a lot of things and got some explaining in there, and it's just it made me appreciate the previous episodes even more, actually, because of what they did in this one. So good job. But that's going to do it for this reaction and review of the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 4. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you as soon as possible. May the Force be with you always.